So I'm back with some more questions that have been submitted. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who is submitting questions. I will get to them. I'm just working through them one by one so that if there's a particular topic that speaks to any of you, you can kind of immerse yourself in the relevant video, and then I'll do another video for the next question and so on. So one of the questions that I've got today is how to lean into intuition more. So the first place I'm going to encourage you to start is that you've got to get quiet with yourself. So many of us get up in the morning and then we basically just blitz the to-do list. We crack on with everything that we've decided we've got to do, and there's very, very little time for that connection. So in order to lean into intuition, you've got to make space to be able to hear the guidance that's coming through, to be able to tune into your body and see where it's guiding you. So one of the ways that I do this is to make sure that I have time in the morning just to tune in and say, like, what would you have me do? What would you have me know? Like, where are you guiding me? And just to get really quiet with yourself. And that can be sitting in meditation, it can just be sitting quietly in a room, it can be going for a walk, it can be going for a run. It's like however you want to do it. Now, the thing about leaning into intuition is that it's going to ask of you to trust your body and an inner knowing over the noise of the mind and the ego. And this is where it becomes really difficult, is that we have these moments where we get a sense of intuitively, like, I'm being guided here, or I just feel I should do this, or there's a knowing here, or I'm being like expanded in this direction and this like feels good when I think about going over here. And then our mind immediately comes in and gives you all the fear-based scenarios about why it's not a good idea. And we find ourselves in this to and fro between having these like gut instincts, this intuitive hit about something, and then going over here and listening to our head and saying, no, you're right, it's too much, it might not work. And then it comes again, that nudge, and we're like, oh, maybe. And then the head comes in and we swing like this. What's really important is you've got to recognize the difference between both and also the roles that they play in your life. So the ego is there to protect us, but it's also there to keep us safe by keeping us in the familiar and the comfort zone. Our intuition is like that hit from the divine, I call it. It's that guidance that's coming through from way beyond you. And it comes through your body, and it comes through a knowing, and it comes through what you will feel as a pull in a certain direction. Being able to discern the difference between the two is really going to help when it comes to leaning into your intuition. So what I would do to grow your confidence is, as you sit quietly with those intuitive hits, you just say, well, what's it showing me? What's it asking for me to do? What is it calling me towards? And you can start by just keeping like a note on your phone or keeping a note in a journal and just starting to formulate a picture of where you're actually being guided. Then I really would encourage you to say, could I practice, even if it's for 2 weeks, practice following those intuitive hits, those intuitive breadcrumbs, and just see what happens. And then you get to collate evidence of the magic that happens when you follow those intuitive nudges. And when that voice of fear comes in, and that voice of the mind of like, you're getting it wrong, or you're silly to listen to these nudges, just tell that voice, like, I hear you, I love you, I know you're here to make me feel safe and protected, but I also trust what's coming through. I'm going to follow that nudge and that guidance. And this is where you open up all sorts of magic. And I would not have been able to make the massive changes in my life if I hadn't listened to that inner voice and nudge that just knows. It knows what's on the other side. It knows how good it can get. It knows what's available for you. It's linked to your potential, your pure potentiality. And as far as I'm concerned, we should be stepping bravely into that direction. Hope that helps.